Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I feel like it's been so long since I sat down and shared a athleisure haul or like a gym attire haul with you guys. So I'm really excited to do this video, and I've gotten the chance to try two brands I've never tried before, and they are Girlfriend Collective and Alo. I know both of these brands has been super popular lately, so I'm pretty late to the game, but nonetheless, I'm super excited. And obviously in the end, I'll share some of my Lululemon finds with you guys as well. So let's get started. Let's start with Girlfriend Collective, since that is what I'm wearing right now. And it is this bra that I have on, and it's called the Topanga Bra. And it just looks like this. Why I chose this bra out of all the other ones that I have on the website, first of all, it's got a high neck, and I just love any tops or sports bra with a high neck. I think the higher necks just makes the bra look a lot more elevated and elegant. And also it's very simplistic at the back, which is exactly what I wanted. Just a very simple crisscross, not too overly strappy. And also love the way it cuts into my shoulders. I like it that it cuts pretty aggressively inwards like this. It's not doing the bestest job at covering any armpit fat. If you do, like, this is what I'm talking about. It doesn't, but at least it's not squishing it out, you know? And I have this in the color black, and size is extra small. And I also love how seamless this is. There isn't a stitching to separate the bra and the band. The stitching is kind of like under here, but from the outside there is no stitching, making it very seamless. And with regards to the support of this bra, personally for me, for A cup, I feel like it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. And a lot of times, especially at Lululemon, a lot of the bras that they are designed for are for people who are from A to B cup. And usually when it's like a range from A to B, I do find it still even a bit too much support for my barely A cups. So this one, I feel like it's just so perfect. So if you're someone who has, you know, like a B cup or something, I honestly don't know how this is going to fit for you. Maybe you'll have to tighten up the straps at the back a bit for it to be more supportive, but if you're small chested, this is so comfortable. And let's talk about the material of this bra. It is definitely some of the most sleekest material that I've ever touched. You know how like for Lululemon, when we talk about Wonder Under or some other what are those other ones called, like Fast and Freeze, they're pretty slippery and, you know, that kind of slippery feeling, but at the same time they're still really soft and it's still kind of buttery. But for this one, it really kind of shocked me a bit as to how not buttery it is. It almost felt a bit harsh when I pulled it out of the bag. Now I'm not sure if it's because that they are made out of recycled water bottles. That's the reason why it felt a bit harsh. But now after wearing it for quite a few times already, I don't really notice anything, honestly. There's definitely nothing uncomfortable about this material. It feels pretty soft now that I'm touching it. I honestly don't even remember why I felt like the material was so shockingly hard or like not smooth, because right now when I'm touching it, it feels perfectly fine to me. So yeah, but just be careful if you're used to whatever Lululemon has to offer. This one does feel a bit different. So yeah. And to go with a bra, I also got a Skort from them, and this is the only Skort they have. So it's just called the Skort, and it looks like this in the front, and it's like this at the back. And the back's got a back stitching going across, but the front is extremely simple. It's got literally nothing going on, and it's got a little pocket at the back of your waist, and of course it's got a pair of shorts underneath this and a pocket for you to put in whatever you want in here. Honestly, the pocket here is not all that big. I haven't found a use for it yet. I haven't stuck anything inside here, but yeah, it is there if you want to use it. So I've tried Skorts like this from Lululemon in the beginning of the summer, and at the time I was really not sure about the idea of wearing something so short out and about, because I don't play tennis and I don't really like do exercises outside. So if I were to wear this out, it would probably just be like running errands and stuff. And I just didn't feel like I would be comfortable wearing something like this, that's this short. I mean, I know there are shorts underneath, but other people don't know that, right? And unfortunately, I do care what other people think. And I brought the whole set with me to my trip to Banff, and surprisingly, it felt okay. I wasn't really self-conscious or anything, so I was really happy that I got them. I think the fit of these are really good. I love how simple it is in the front. I feel like it's so simple that it doesn't even look like a tennis skirt. just so streamlined. It just looks like a nice looking black skirt. But one thing I have to note is that because there's no like controlling band on top, if you're feeling bloated that day or for whatever reason you ate too much, this is really going to show, especially that this part of the skirt is kind of body hugging. So there are some days where I ate too much, and when I wore this, it did feel a bit odd. So I just want to put it out there. So the inside short of these are definitely pretty short, as you guys can see here. Yeah, over here. And it also doesn't have that silicone strip along the bottom to stop it from riding up like how Lululemon does. So I've actually worn this to a bike ride, and it definitely rides up. It rides up pretty badly, I think. And I have this in a size extra small, and I feel like it's not even that tight around my thigh areas. Even if I'm not riding a bike, I think this would still have like rided up, like it still have went up. So yeah, that's one thing to watch out for. And with the extra small, I do feel like there's a bit of gapping around my waist at the smallest part of my waist, so like right on top here. As you guys can see, that there's still like a bit of gapping there, but definitely not in like your lower tummy area. I wish it was like the other way around, where there's a bit more room like in the lower belly area and like tighter on top to like really make you feel snatched, but no, unfortunately it's not. But I don't think it's anything that really bothers me. And also I think as a set, these two just looks really nice together, and you know, it's black, it's pretty versatile. Coming up next is Alo's Moto leggings, and I wanted these leggings ever since I think I graduated from school. I've been looking at these leggings, but they were just so expensive. I could never justify buying them. Recently, Alo's been having a really big sale on their app, and I think eventually right now it's on their website now, and these were like 40%, so I finally picked them up. And the one that I have here is in the rich navy color. So they have like a dark navy color, and this is the rich navy color. When I looked at these pants, I just know that they couldn't possibly be all that comfortable. And guess what? They are not all that comfortable. I am honestly very disappointed. The material is very thick and it doesn't really feel breathable. I haven't really gotten a chance to work out in them, but today I did do a whole day of chores in them, and I was pretty hot in them. So I can't really imagine doing any sort of workout in them, and they certainly don't feel all that breathable. At the same time, it's kind of like a given, especially with like this thick kind of paneling detail over here, and you got a bit of more mesh thingy over here, and again a thick panel of details at the back here, and there's more back here. So, you know, I don't think it surprises anyone that it's not going to be as comfortable as something that's just plain. But so I guess because that even at 40% off, they are still quite pricey, so I kind of expected more. And I have this in size extra small, and on me it feels like it was really tight around my calves, and I think that is because there's these two paneling details in the front and the back, and ultimately the paneling detail is not all that stretchy, which is why it felt really tight on my calves. So at the end of the day, when I take it off, I do see like a bunch of lines on my calves that are created from these paneling things. And as to the waistbands of these, I feel like the waistband do feel a bit loose around my waist. So if you have the similar kind of measurements that I do, and I have all that information in the box below, then yeah, I feel like the waist part could definitely be a bit tighter, but make the calves a bit looser, and even like the thighs are quite compressive, I would say. And another thing is that if you're short, don't get the full length. I have the full length just because that's the one that's on sale. There's definitely a lot of gathering at the bottom, and I do try to like roll it up. But yeah, overall not impressed. The look is cool, but I'm just very doubtful about like how often I will actually wear this because of how uncomfortable it is, especially compared to Lululemon. I feel like they just can't compare at all. The first Lulu item I want to show you guys, I feel so much less stressful when I'm talking about a Lulu item, just because I'm so much more used to talking about them, whereas to talking about like Girlfriend Collective and Alo, like I felt so like just like so overwhelmed with information, and there's so much that I want to talk about. But with Lulu, since we talk about it all the time, and I know you guys are pretty familiar with them, I just feel so much more like stress-free talking about it. So the first item I want to show you guys is my first ever wear belt bag, and it's not until I purchased this bag that I realized I see so much of these bags on the street and I didn't even know they're from Lululemon, because most of the ones that I see are actually in black, and I think a lot of the logos are in black too. So I never even noticed that these are from Lululemon, and I absolutely love them. And I picked it up when I was on my trip in Banff, so it kind of acts as like a little souvenir for me, and I already started wearing it the moment that I got it, so I'll insert some photos of me wearing it on the trip with an outfit or something. I think the volume of this bag is absolutely perfect. Let me just show you guys what I keep in my bag in here. So from a glance, this is what I have. I have an oil pad at all time. I have a wallet. This wallet is not very big, as you can see. Hand cream. I have a hand sanitizer and a car key. So basically that's all I have in here, and plus my phone. The phone can easily fit in here for sure, no problem. And there's also a back compartment, which I really do love. I'm generally the kind of person that will probably stick more things in the back compartment than in the front compartment. So in the back compartment, I just have a mask and I think some sort of brochure from my trip. Yeah, my luggage tag brochure thingy. So I think the size of this is really great. It works really well as a belt bag, and it also looks really good worn across body as well. That's generally how I would wear this bag, not so much as a belt bag, but as a crossbody bag. And I was also wearing this on my flight back home from Banff to Toronto, and I really like it. It was really comfortable wearing it around my waist for the whole entire duration of the flight. So yeah, highly recommend this bag if you haven't gotten one. One thing to point out is that if you're a petite girl and you see yourself wearing this as a belt bag a lot, just make sure that the strap is short enough for you, because right now I have it on pretty much the absolute tightest already. And let me just show you guys that it's really not that tight. So it still like kind of droops down on me just a bit, I think. So if you're someone who's skinnier than me or smaller than me, just make sure that this will actually work as a belt bag around your hips. And that's it. Now our last item from Lululemon is my Scuba cropped faux zip. And this is my second one now. I think a long time ago last year when they first came out with the navy one, I snatched the navy one before it got sold out. And I think a week later I returned it because I just could not deal with the amount of cat fur it attracted. I was so sad that they never came out with a light color. So when they came out with the color Opal, I was so sure that I wanted it. So yeah, this is what it looks like. I've worn this a ton on my trip because it was super cold, and to be honest, it didn't keep me all that warm, especially the fact that it is cropped and it does tend to pull itself backwards a lot of time when you start walking. So a lot of time your shirt will end up being like this, and you can just feel the air going down from down here up your body. So I do find myself like adjusting for it a lot when I was walking around, unless you fully have it zipped up like this. That's when it actually sits properly. So yeah, that's just one complaint that I have. And the sleeves are quite long, as you guys can see, so a lot of times I am using the thumb holes just to like stretch out the sleeves a bit so it's not bunching so much around my wrist. I guess overall I think the purchase is okay. I can't say I got the best use of my money. It is quite expensive, but I don't know, I feel like at the same time I really want one just because I love Lululemon, and this is such just like an iconic piece. I know it's a pretty bad reason to own something just because of that, but it is what it is, I guess. So yeah, so I completely forgot to film an ending, so here it is. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm also really excited for the next two videos that are coming out. So one will be a huge H&M haul, and another one will be a dedicated Lululemon haul, which I think has a few items that I've been really looking forward to. See you guys later.